Hello there. Today we will take a look at shareholder and stakeholder business theories. While I will not call out the name for every piece of research I've used today, please know I have used the voice of several scholars in my presentation. After a brief review of the shareholder and stakeholder theories, we will jump into modern business practices, specifically examining the direction most American and global businesses are taking in response to the suggested theories. It all began with the famous 1970 Friedman article, which argued that the purpose of a business was to maximize profitability. As we have witnessed in recent history, the problem with entrusting an entity to a person is human error. Scandals such as Enron's financial mishandlings, the BP Deepwater Horizon oil spill, and Nike's use of child labor in the past highlight the shortcomings of the shareholder model. When a person is charged with maximizing profits, they also often find the restrictions of Friedman's conforming to basic rules of society, both those embodied in law and those embedded in ethical customs, as a hindrance to maximum profits. In what is often thought of as the opposing theory, stakeholder business argues that employees, customers, suppliers, and community members are also concerned with the success of a business. Smith makes sure we understand that both theories explain what should be happening, which really means that neither is perfect because of the human element. Hosmer reviews the entire book written by Payne and condenses her book to say that there was a trend toward transparent and ethical business practices in 2003, following scandals of corrupt CFOs and CEOs in the 1990s. Payne's book also pointed out the new notion that ethical commitment and economic advantages had an area of overlap. That idea has evolved in recent years to the B Corporation's business model. While Friedman's notion of business in 1970 is not completely faulty, it does speak to another time. The creation and promotion of B corporations highlights the evolution in business. B corporations not only promote the values of conducting business in a way that promotes best outcomes for people, planet, and profit, but also shows an option for businesses created in the future. While with the complications of global problems such as poverty and environmental concerns, businesses can no longer act in their business bubble. In fact, Payne highlights the trend of businesses over a decade ago acting in a way that earns customers gratitude, loyalty, and trust. I argue that Payne was correct over Friedman, that businesses were beginning to recognize their responsibility in the lives of many. Gone are the days when a company can merely create, produce, and distribute a novel product. With the marketing movement of the 1950s and 60s, I would argue businesses began to have more responsibilities. When you begin to exert your influence onto another person, in this case through a hopefully successful marketing campaign, you are expected to bring forth truthful information. You are also expected to contribute to your community, above and beyond the minimum of paying your taxes, which ISO 26000 highlights as a burden to the society when not properly handled. In addition to an uptick in marketing across all products and segments, the internet has been introduced and spread widely. As of 2017, about half the world has internet access. One of the biggest businesses of our time exists because of the internet. How many brown boxes does Amazon drop off on your door? The increase in transparency and access to information through the internet also means that companies can no longer avoid the call to be more accountable. Many companies have begun sharing information about what they are doing, how well they are doing, and how they conduct their business with employees and customers. I also believe the changes in business are occurring because a new wave of people are the ones conducting business. Millennials compose almost half the workforce today, and they are known for aligning their personal values with a company's values, more than any generation before them. As a millennial, I see heavy influences in the stories and products that were part of my childhood. Can you remember the call to action from Captain Planet? How about the exploration of our world with Miss Frizzle and Bill Nye the Science Guy? And you certainly can't forget the shout out Macklemore gives to our shopping preference with his big hit, Thrift Shop. With this shift in how business is conducted, who is employed, and shopping for products, as well as the global issues raised, B corporations will likely continue to grow. In fact, certified B corporations were 63% more likely to survive the Great Recession. The question is, which companies can adapt to this new mindset and which ones will die? Thanks.